Okay, good evening, good morning. What time of day were you watching this video? Anyway, not about coronavirus, ain't about any of that as usual. About just something I came up with to myself. What would I do if I was abducted by a big, bad alien spacecraft? Number one is I will demand them to see a captain of that ship. Number two is I will sit down and find out why they took me from planet Earth to begin with. Number two is I will say they got no business doing so. And two, I find out why they're here and what the reason. And if they have a method of curing the coronavirus, then I would probably help them with ways of doing it by simple. You got YouTube, you got the internet, you got transmitters. What you gotta do is get all the transmitters on this planet to come and intersect every one of them, overpower and really transmit the message to everybody everybody will hear it on the radio, on the TVs, everywhere. Believe it or not, what happened a few years ago, quite a few years in the UK, alien message broadcasted over many TV stations. Some people call it a hoax, but I believe it was true because I can hear it like it sounded like a warp propulsion core in the background. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking there. Yeah, so two, that's what I would probably do. Number two, if they not mean harm to mankind, that's a little different story. If they're going to help mankind with what's happening today, that I told you, then I'll help them to help mankind. But if they were to do something else, real nasty things to mankind, well, I'll find any way. I make sure that they can't do it. I'll do anything in my power to stop them. That means finding if out in the universe, they got it there. The government, they got ways the universe is controlled, which I sort of do know, in ways. The universe has a governance in there somewhere, because each star cannot be in. That's why two stars can't be in the same place. Two stars got come a binary star system. In fact, if you were to look at our galaxy, there are millions of more galaxies out there. And then I take a Star Trek scenario. Well, yes, I believe we're not alone in this universe. There are worlds out there we haven't discovered yet, or haven't been to yet. And there are colonies in deep space we haven't discovered yet. But worst part is that when we start discovering these colonies, you know what's going to happen? It could have a very disastrous consequence too. But it could be not have a disastrous consequence. Did you think of that? Well, you got to think of these things too in a point. Because it could be disastrous. But too, it may not be the best, thing to say. That we did already made for contact. The Greys out there listening. I know they probably do see a lot of YouTube broadcasts. They probably around here. They watch what's going on. And I hope the Greys have a method. They do a human experiment. Maybe they might have a way of curing the coronavirus. If they do, that would still be welcome at the time of gloom and doom, but I doubt that ever going to happen. Even though the intelligent race out to a cure for coronavirus, they will not even come. Probably percent of them actually, even if they did, they'd be jailed and held. You know what the United States would do? Take the ship to Area 51 and hold it. And then they will hold the aliens. They would have a way of killing coronavirus, but they were not believing. They will silence them and they will put them to sleep for another saving. And they'll go on for years trying to find out. Finally, by the time we get a computer on an alien ship, guess what? Then they find a cure, and at that time, 500 people died already for it. See, and that because that's how stupid mankind really is. We always afraid. I know. Even I was, sometimes even this happened to me. It's very unknown to me. I'm so afraid of the unknown because how I feel. So how do you think I feel sometimes? It's totally unknown to me. It's like something like out of a horror movie to me. Like I feel like I'm living a horror movie. I feel like I'm playing a role. I feel like I'm gone into battle here, fighting a microorganism I can't see. Being that person that's been in the trenches and wanting to see an end of the war, but I don't see an end in sight yet. But they say another 28 days. Well, I cannot believe another 28 days because you know why? From where I've been just being observed, my observation, I do not believe in 28 days that things are going to back to normal. I believe that in 28 days, I see two possibilities can happen. Doug Ford may extend the state of emergency for longer, but I see possibility. A possibility he may not extend it, may lift the state of emergency. A huge possibility, yes. But that could be a possibility he may not lift, may extend it. That's another possibility. Going to go one or two ways, extending it another 28 days into June, or not extending it. Because the United States, they want to get the economy coming into May, so they can get going in May. But I think there is a plan somewhere, a big plan. They said they want to get going slow and gradual. Now, what did that tell me? Well, if the federal government in their country, they were looking at which had the most cases, most province I know had the most cases of coronavirus in Montreal, Quebec. Had the most highest case of coronavirus is Montreal, Quebec. The lower case of coronavirus is going to be nowhere. It's going to be in, I'm trying to think, where would be the lower case of coronavirus? Well, the lower case of coronavirus not be in, Ontario has pretty moderate cases, but moderate in Ontario. I know a few other provinces have somewhat lower, about moderate within other provinces. I know Newfoundland and Labrador and I heard too much coronavirus, so those two provinces are probably going to see next month two things. Number one, I see federal government possibility saying, okay, Newfoundland, Labrador, we can lift the state of emergencies. And they're going to say, Doug Ford, you can do that in Ontario as well. So they'll free province first. And then I see them saying, if in a week later, okay, Nato, we lift your state of emergency. They do. Then I see state of emergency lifted. Then I see the other province in there do. No, then I see other provinces getting states of emergency listed as well. So as the time goes on, and I see it going down, and the northern provinces that have a lower case up in the north, right, far Arctic, they will have we're going to be lifted too within that time. But after one by one, by the end of May, I see all the province have the state emergency listed by the end of May. I see that possibility then. But also I see a possibility of the borders reopening to the United States and Canada in May as well. But with all the freaking costs involved, they may keep a quarantine act in if you're coming back in from the United States. So that's something I got to prepare for. If I do go to J Tree Parade in July, and they don't have that in effect, hey, I have to go quarantine for 14 days, even though the emergency lifted. If I don't, I get myself in very serious trouble. That's something I cannot afford to do. So it'd be 14 days and a gloom and doom if I do that. I told Timmy to do it, but I have to see. That might be cancer, might not be. Honestly. Now, here's what I want to do. Here's what happened. It was abducted by UFO. First thing I do is I asked them what the reason for taking me from my home, my planet. What the reason for doing it? And what the reason? I was requesting them for a reason, answer first. And then I will find out what they want first and what they come for. Why they come here. The real reason why we come here. If it's to make peace with us on earth and government officials, then I'll tell them, then I'll tell them how I should do it. Number one, you have to get a hold of, what you do is try to find President Trump, beam him aboard your ship, teleport aboard, you have to. And if you get teleported aboard and you're going to tell them this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 and then you get a whole UN official, beam him aboard and do that. That's how you get a whole government official on the planet. I beam each one aboard and start getting all together on all countries, have all officials on one big ship together out in deep space and have a conference. That whole conference, say this is what we want to do. We want to make peace with you. We're not here to harm you. Now, when they do this, all the president will do get on blowhorn and do a huge, big, open broadcast on TV in front of the ship saying that this is what is happening, this is what's going on, and ask the people on the planet, would you consider it? As soon as the people, at that point, our government official will realize at that particular point that we're not alone in the universe. They're going to say that when they realize, shit, we have misled people in this for many years. And you know what? The people out there believe it. I believe we are not alone. I don't believe for years and years. We're not alone in the universe. If Earth had life on it, there are other planets out there that had life. I think Mars might have had life on it one time, because it has an atmosphere of CO2, carbon dioxide-based atmosphere. Why? Because all the water and vapor dried up on Mars hundreds of millions of years ago. But there's been like evidence of structures like on Mars that have been there, like a long time abandoned on the surface. Been evidence. So evidence of many things, but they don't know why, anything like that. Now, so that tells me at one time Mars were habited by human beings, by a race of people. Not anymore, abandoned, dead planet, basically. So that tells me something. Number two is, when I think about planet Earth, number two is there are planets out there in other solar suns that could be very much Earth-like out there, that could be, if anything, they can enough to sustain human beings. Could have temperature range in similar Earth atmosphere, or some might have higher oxygen content than we do. But you know what? Still, they may have technology more advanced than we have. But I believe we're not alone in this universe. If Earth got life, so do other planets got life forms of some kind. So largely saying, I'm saying we are not alone in this universe. Or there are other people world we have not discovered yet. And they may discover us before we discover them. Basically, they have already in some forms or another. But there are people like me that believe that we are not alone, and that is the fact. So, here's what I say. If that happens, the government is going to have to really listen to people and you know, not try to shoot it down. Find out who it is, what they want, and any smart race up there. Actually, any smart, intelligent race of human beings or alien race of any kind, smart, would they come to a planet like? They probably not. They may see the coronavirus, yes. Would they come and sift that? Probably not. I mean, the dumbest race that would be the Greys, the race of torture, race of odd torture. They will come. They will be assisting us, but they won't be in a one way. Doing bad experiment and make us feel miserable all the time. That one thing they do. So honestly, if this happens, the two things that happen, two things you should do: find out what they want, what their intent, what they're going to do, and if they plan to do some mean medical, unorthodox medical experiments on you, you know what you got to do? Make sure to not let them do it. Overpower them all your cost, all your might. Even if you find out they got a big ship and it somewhere in deep space, what you got to do is find out what you got to do is find out how you're going to, what you do, simple, you're going to evacuate the atmosphere, ship an artificial gravity in the atmosphere. What you're going to do is evacuate the atmosphere of the ship in deep space, except for a room you're in. You're not going to evacuate out of that room. And then once you back after it, they're going to keep sucking. All those alien beings be sucked in deep space. But at that point, you'll be alone on that ship at that point. Or if you're on somebody else, then you got to get up to the bridge and you got to take over that ship and you're going to fly it. The trick is you got to get back to Earth, but trick is you're going to have to either land it somewhere or get on or use a ship radio. If for me and Sydney, I would do that, probably exactly what I would probably do. Pilot back here, use a course settings to get back. Then I would probably contact the International Space Station. First thing I would contact would be International Space Station. And I would tell them, hey, look, I just neutralized these alien beings that were going to destroy the planet with all the might and mighty. I neutralized your ship. I actually captured the space. I actually captured the ship and the technology. Do you want me? Could you locate, contact, Trudeau and Prime Minister Trudeau and the United Nations, because I don't want the falling into improper hands, because the technology on this board, could be misused in many ways. I'd rather have it get in hands of some good, honest people, like the Trudeau and the Canadian government, honest people, Canadian government. They can use the medical and technology and on a ship to help mankind, not benefit us. I mean, that's how I would say it, to them, and they would get a hold. And then from there. Then I would start an entry point into the atmosphere, and I would fly that. I would do once it get near the atmosphere. I would take it to a place like a Canadian Air Force, a Canadian military base, a Canadian like CFB Petawawa or something like that. Take it down to Petawawa, and I land it at in this Petawawa, just south of Peterborough. I land at CFB base there at Petawawa, or CFB Borden. I land at one of those two places there, and I'll bring it out, and then from there, I will then open it, and then bring the land pod. I open the door up, then I open it up, and I tell her, and then I will say, well, then I'll open the door and come down. I let the military official board the ship, of course, and I'll put my hands out in front of them, and maybe whoever, could be one, it could be Captain Daniels, too. I can't say. One, it could be Daniel, One could be somebody I know very deep, one of my family members. And at that point, I would probably exit the ship, let them take over. By that time, Trudeau will show up, and he will be on that ship. And while there's quite a few professors and scientists from various universities will go on that ship, and they'll figure out how it works. And I'll tell them some of the things how it works too. Cause by the time I get back, I would figure out how it works too. And I would show them how. I actually teach them. I'll show them how to pilot damn thing too, probably. And and I'll be not only that, but honestly, something like that in real life. No kind of media publicity that will bring. It will be all over every news station in the world. I don't know. Man, I know in real life, media publicity, such a story in real life would be unprecedented. You know why? It would be unprecedented because not only that, it would be very unprecedented media publicity if that ever happened in real life. Something other did happen, it would be unprecedented media. It would literally open the world. It would literally open intergalactic travel between us and other planet and enter the door, bring the Earth and this planet in a century where he started doing that commonplace practice. My God, imagine what kind of media police that would generate. That'd be funny. I would. And seeing it and doing it, my God, it could actually send Donald Trump. It could have Donald Trump shaking his shoes. Could have Americans shaking their shoes. And then Brett on board could win a lot of wars too, and make Canada imagine it. It would be publicity with that being. It would not only that, it will say one thing, that we're not alone in the universe. It will say one thing, we are not alone, and Canada are not alone. So honestly, it would probably do that. It will bring Earth into a time of intergalactic travel very quickly, very suddenly. It will thrust into a generation that they've never known before, but it will be interesting. It will be more exciting than ever before. So, here's what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is this, one, that, that happened, and I did that, it would not be a good idea, but it would act in a way that I'd never seen before. So, I'm going to do is that, number one, is not to, yes, I would, but immediate police would be there. Number two is, it could have a cure for corona on it, and it could actually end it. That can happen too. Well, anyway, enough blabbing on here. I'm going on 23 minutes and counting. And I think that time we get off air. So, thank you for listening. This is a very long vlog indeed, longer than I planned on. Vlog over.